and gentlemen, when it is Tuesday, you know it's the Raw Leadership Talk. I'm so glad to be here today. Continuing with the series of the leadership. It'll be good to know from you where you're watching us from, where you're connecting with us from. Raw Leadership Talk is brought to you by the Africa Center for Public Speaking. And today's show comes to you live from the African Center for Public Speaking Coaching Lab. We apologize for coming a little bit early today. I know you usually know our time is 8:30, but maybe next week or so we will bring to you the Raw Leadership Talk from 8:15, just 15 minutes earlier. Richard Mutinda following from Malindi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Where are you watching us from? Engage with us. As we look at godly leadership. Thank you very much. Last week we began this series on godly leadership, and we looked at the qualities of a godly leader. And we said that a godly leader has character. But also we also went ahead to say that a godly leader adds value to other people. They do add value to other people. They do add value to other people. But also, godly leaders are obedient to God's leading. All of us, we were created by God, and within us, God did put what is called the consciousness. And consciousness is God's voice to us to enable us understand who He is and which direction He wants to take us. But there's so much we can accomplish with our own effort, but cannot be equal to God's leading. What God can enable us to accomplish with His leading could be so much great. And so today we want to continue with Godly Leadership Part 2 on this date of September 14th, 2021. And a quick search on the topic of leadership on Amazon currently will yield over 130,000 results. Can you imagine that? That a quick search on the topic of leadership on Amazon will yield over 130,000 results. So much has been written on leadership, yet a quick look at our homes, organizations, and nations will shock you at the amount of leadership deficiency around us. That while so much has been written on the topic of leadership, there's still so much deficiency. It's either people don't read or people are ignorant of the reality and the power of understanding leadership and doing it right. Brent Reinhardt, in his article, Essential Qualities of a Godly Leader, wrote and said, a good leader is modest, not arrogant. Today we have know-it-all type of leader and the submit or else type of leader. And it's a sad state of affair. While a good leader is modest and not arrogant, today, as Brent Reinhardt says, we have the know-it-all type of leaders. And the know-it-all type of leader, you cannot tell them anything. They know it, and they want to do it their way. You can never advise them because they know it. They are knowing-it-all type of leaders. And then on the other side, you also have the submit or else type of leaders. These are not leaders that you can hold a discussion with. Their mandate is you either submit to them and do what they want, or else you will face the consequences. And because of that, you find even men and women with good ideas will never help you become better as a leader, because you are the submit or else type of leader. Or you could be on the other side of the know-it-all type of leader. A know-it-all type of leader. It will amaze you what Proverbs chapter 16 verse 5 says. Everyone who is arrogant in heart is an abomination to the Lord. So be assured he will not go unpunished. Ignorant people will not go unpunished. The know-it-all and the submit or else type of leaders will not go unpunished. We have seen it, especially on this side of the world, in African continent, where we have had a lot of leaders failing because of arrogance, because of ignorance. Where are you today? Are you a know-it-all type of leader? Or are you a submit or else type of leader? Understand that leaders need to be modest if they're going to propel their homes, their organizations, and even nations to the next level. Again, a good leader is fair and just. Good leaders who are godly wants to do things the right way. A good leader who is godly wants to do things the right way. There is nothing else they want to do. They want to do things the right way. It's either the right way or the right way, but no other way. Why? Because they have convictions. They know when they detour. They are aware when they're detouring from the reality, and they are able to rectify their mistakes and come back into the line. Proverbs 16:8 says, better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice. How sad is it that sometimes we allow ourselves to accumulate a lot of great revenues with a lot of injustice, while people are suffering, while people are complaining, while people don't have food to eat, while they can't get proper medication. Yet, at the same time, you will find nations, even organizations, just keep getting money, getting revenues without taking care of their own people. And so, Proverbs remind us that better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with justice. But did you know that the book of Proverbs actually is one of the books that is carried away by very many people? It's not just a book for Christians. You will find even people who don't subscribe to Christianity, they will still read Proverbs and get some wisdom from it. So I will encourage you to go to the book of Proverbs and read the book of Proverbs, which was written by one of the greatest king, that is King Solomon. And you will find a lot of wisdom for life and for leadership right there in that book. A good leader surrounds himself or herself with honest, trustworthy counselors, and then listens to them. You know, it's one thing to surround yourself with trustworthy, honest counselors. It's another thing to do what they're telling you. Sometimes people surround themselves with good people just for the show, to just tell the world, you know what? Look at the kind of people that are surrounded. They are educated people. They are men of integrity, women of integrity. But in real sense, this same leader may not be listening to these same people. So a good leader surrounds himself or herself with honest, trustworthy counselors and then listens to them. I've seen a lot of leaders getting into problems simply because they don't listen to the counsel of the counselors around them. So they are not interested. Good leaders or godly leaders are not interested in yes sir kind of people. Everything you tell people, such kind of people, that yes sir, yes sir. Even when they know you are wrong, even when they know you're naked, they don't want to tell you the truth. They just keep saying yes sir, yes madam. And you find yourself in a ditch. You find yourself in so much problem. Why? Because you surrounded yourself with yes sir, yes madam type of people. Godly leaders are secure. They are not insecure. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 13 says, righteous lips are the delight of a king, and he loves him who speaks what is right. If you're in a position to influence a leader, whether it's in your organization or in your home or in the nation, please tell the leader the truth. Because it says, righteous lips are the delight of a king, and he loves him who speaks what is right. It could be painful. Truth sometimes is painful. The right thing sometimes is painful, but keep saying what is right. Learn to accept what's right even when it's painful. If you're the one in a position of leadership, learn to listen to people who are telling you the truth. Learn to listen to people who are telling you the right thing. And try your best to see how you can follow that. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is very key. Individuals, nations, and organizations depend on this inspirational word, leadership. And if we can get it right in our homes, we can get it right to raise godly children, raise up people who are sound, people of integrity, then society will be impacted by people who are coming from our homes that know the right thing. And when they go into organization, they will endeavor to do what is right and move up the ladder to impact society and impact the nation. And when they get into the positions of leadership in the nation, they will not seek to do what is evil. They will seek to do what is right. Why? Because the structures of leadership, right from our homes to our society, to our organizations, they are right. So Proverbs 16:13 says, righteous lips are the delight of a king, and he loves him who speaks what is right. And today I would like to leave you with Proverbs 15:22 that says, without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. Are you planning to do something? Do you have a project? Do you have an endeavor? You're planning to run for office? Let me tell you this. Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed. I should put a disclaimer here that these advisors should be right advisors who tell you the truth, who guide you in the right way, and you will find yourself succeeding. So, ladies and gentlemen, leadership is great, and there is a vacuum for godly leaders. Would you step up today and begin to influence society in the right way? Because the world is looking for such a person as you who is willing to do the right thing to impact the world positively. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. You can engage us through the contacts that you see passing on your screen. Either you want to send us an email, or you want to check our website and see the kind of program that we have, or you want to give us a call. We are willing to hear from you at the Africa Center for Public Speaking. May God bless you, and see you next week.